What's up YouTube, and welcome to today's video. So I'm very excited about this one, and in this video I'm going to be releasing a brand new series that I'm going to call Sharing Thoughts. And the idea behind this series is basically to answer some of your most frequently asked questions. So it's questions you guys ask me on Instagram, on TikTok, via email, and then I'm basically just going to share my own thoughts, opinions, and beliefs about these different concepts. So I need you guys to know that these videos in this series, it's not scripted. I'm just going with it, and I'm just honestly sharing my own personal opinion. So none of the things I share is factually correct. I didn't do, any studies, none of this stuff. I'm purely sharing my thoughts. And once I've shared my thoughts on all of these concepts, I'd love for you in the comment section to comment your thought. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? And why? I'd love to hear that. So that's basically what this whole, series is all about. And, the reason as to why I'm going into this series is because I'm still a little bit lost in the YouTube world, even on Instagram and TikTok for that matter. Most creators take a lifetime to build a really big following. And I've now built a 2.7 million audience across Instagram and TikTok in 13 months, which is really quick and really overwhelming. And as stoked as I am about all of this, it's scary because I haven't really even figured out what I really want to specialize in, what I want to be known for, and all of these things. Like, if you've been following my journey for a really long period of time, you would have noticed that I change up the kind of messages I put out there pretty frequently. And it's because I'm still figuring things out. Like, I started off with posting a lot of relationship quotes. Then I kind of went into more inspirational quotes. Then I started with talking videos. I did sad talking videos, happy talking videos, motivational talking videos. Now I'm more into Christian content. I'm still figuring things out, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. And so that brings me to YouTube. And now, because I haven't really figured out the big picture, what does Timon want to be known for? I've been procrastinating for so long on YouTube. I don't even know what I'm doing on these other platforms. So how can I start on YouTube? What do I talk about? And really, I'm going to use you guys to help me here, to figure things out. And so that's where this series, Sharing Thoughts, really comes in. So basically, I'm just going to answer your questions and give my own thoughts, like I mentioned. And I'm pretty sure after doing this for a couple of days, weeks, months, I'll figure out what I like. Who knows? Maybe I even stick with the Sharing Thoughts for a lifetime. Maybe people are interested to hear my thoughts and my beliefs on a bunch of different random concepts. So I guess let's see. And so the topic of this first video in the series Sharing Thoughts is, should Christians get tattoos? Is it wrong for a Christian to have tattoos? And before I say anything about this concept, I want to share with you guys a video that I saw on TikTok, and then I'll get into it after showing you guys the video. So let's have a look at that.
Why do Christians have tattoos? I mean, doesn't the Bible say in Leviticus 19:28, do not cut your bodies for the dead, and do not mark your skin with tattoos, I am the Lord? Well, yes it does, but that's not the full story. You see, what I just read from was the old covenant we used to have with God, the Mosaic law. And there's a lot of things in this law we know we don't still need to do. In this law, we couldn't eat pork. It tells you not to shave your beard, it tells you not to cut your hair, it tells you not to wear two different types of fabric at the very same time. And yet, a lot of people who believe we should still not have tattoos probably had bacon for breakfast, or could be wearing wool and cotton on the same day at the same time. So then how do we know? How do we decipher which of these laws still apply and which ones don't? Well, Jesus sums it up so well for us in Matthew 22 from verse 36. Someone asked him, "Teacher, which is the most important commandment in the law of Moses?" And Jesus replied, "Well, you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. This is the first and the greatest commandment. And the second is equally important, love your neighbor as yourself." And then Jesus says these words, "The entire law and all the demands of the prophets are based in these two commands." So this is now our covenant. This is our deal with God. So really the question becomes, does getting a tattoo violate the law of loving God and loving people? Well, ultimately, that's something you're going to have to talk to God about. And if he gives you peace, go for it. And if he doesn't, don't.
Yeah, so when I saw that video on TikTok, I thought that he put and phrased that really well. And everything he said in that video, that's what I agree with. And you guys will see with this series, I'm going to share a lot of content like that I find that I agree with, show it to you guys, and then just comment on it basically. So yeah, he phrased that perfectly. That's the way I see it too at the end of the day. I personally don't see anything wrong with getting tattoos. And my reasoning behind why is, and this is a touchy topic because I don't want to step on any toes, but I guess that's why sharing thoughts is my thoughts at the end of the day. It's not everyone's thoughts, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. So I don't want to step on toes, don't want to start any fights. You know, you're more than welcome to share your thoughts in the comment section, but let's respect each other and stay positive when delivering your opinion and thoughts. So my personal opinion about tattoos is this. I personally do not believe it affects your relationship with God as a Christian by having tattoos. You know, it's weird, but I always say this. You know, when you're in school in a classroom and you're about to say a word you shouldn't say, so you're about to cuss, right? You know in your heart like it's wrong, you shouldn't do it. Like, you know when you cuss, the teacher's gonna be like, well, you shouldn't have done that, you have detention or whatever. You have this weird feeling inside of you. You know, if you're in a shop and you want to steal a chocolate bar or you want to steal something from the shop, you get this feeling in your heart like, maybe I shouldn't do this, this is wrong. And that's the same way for me with everything in life. That's the way I view things. I always listen to, you know, like, what is the feeling I get inside of me? So for example, that's why I don't sleep around with people too, because I get that feeling. I get that feeling like it's wrong, you shouldn't do this. And I listen to that. And it's when it comes to something like tattoos, well, I don't get that feeling, right? Like, I don't feel bad about getting tattoos. I don't think this changes anything inside of me. I don't think this affects my relationship with God. None of that stuff. So I really don't see a problem with getting tattoos at the end of the day. And that's just my own personal belief about it. I don't feel bad about it. I don't think it changes a person whatsoever. I will say this though, I don't think you should get tattoos at a young age. I got my first tattoo when I was it 20 years old, 21 years old? That's the one on my chest. And what I really learned and discovered is what you think is cool when you're younger, you don't think it's cool once you get older. And so luckily I love my sleeve tattoo. I want to get my other arm done too, but the tattoo on my chest that I got when I was really young, yeah, I wish I didn't have that. And so I would just recommend not getting tattoos at a young age. But when it comes to religion and Christians per se, yes, in the Bible it says you shouldn't get tattoos or scars, but it also says all of these other things, like shaving your beard, growing your hair, and all of these different things, which we all do on a daily basis. And so when it comes to these really touchy things where it's kind of a gray area and you're unsure, I just always listen to my heart. You know, what does my heart tell me at the end of the day? Do I feel good about this thing? Do I feel bad about this thing? So yeah, that's my thoughts. What do you think? Do you think tattoos are right? Do you think you can have tattoos as a Christian? Do you think it makes you a fake Christian? Do you think it changes your relationship with God? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear in the comment section. And again, guys, thank you for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button. I'll chat to you guys soon. Cheers.